going on, everybody? Justin Malley back here. Promised you all that we were going to do some awesome paddleboard builds this winter. That's exactly what we got lined up over here on the table. I went to Jarvis Boards, pretty cool online company that sells like bare bones paddleboard kits. Build it yourself. So we're going to go ahead and unbox this today, get all the frame pieces sorted out, and start planning the layout on the strong back right here. So give you a little rundown on the strong back. This dude, I mean, as you can see, there's nothing like super extravagant about it. It's not beautiful, but it's solid and it's straight and it's flat. That's all we need for a paddleboard. I built this out of some old 3/4 inch plywood that I had. The stuff's like 50 years old, so it's awesome, super awesome plywood. I'm probably never gonna have to worry about this, warping or, creeping on me, doing anything weird. I did put gussets on the inside, so that way the box structure itself stays square. Won't ever have to worry about, the top surface getting off square from the sides. So, or at least we shouldn't. That's what we like to think, right? Okay. What's next? I got the middle line, I have the center line drawn down the middle of this strong back. That's going to be another important thing for you to get set up on yours if you're going to do this. All I used is tape measure, draw it across the top, mark the middle, front and back, and then I used a chalk line, strung the chalk line down the middle, and then trace it over with a pencil. Super easy. Anyway, let's get to this unboxing and see what this paddleboard kit comes with and what to expect. All right. Never forget what's in the bottom of the box. I do it all the time. Check this out. The thing I love about these, they're full-size watercraft, but the kits nowadays are laser cut and perfect, and it's just like building a model boat. I mean, literally all you're doing is sticking number 1 to number 2 with these kits. So, as long as you're handy with wood glue and you can set stuff up square, you're gonna be great on this. Okay, got some smaller pieces on the bottom side here. Let's get this flipped over. Whoa! All right, very cool. All right, so what we've got here, these will be the actual skeleton pieces that build the profile of the paddleboard. You can see all these are laid out in the steps, in the thicknesses, that create that sexy curve of the paddleboard. Just the smaller pieces. All right, and then this will be the spine of the whole build. These are pieces, let me hold this up so you guys can see this. This will actually, this piece, when it's all assembled, the spine will run down that center line. That's why that center line is so important. Crooked spine, crooked paddleboard, no bueno. So, what we're gonna have to do before we get anything else going on this build is take all these spine pieces. I don't know if you can check it out, but the numbers are all laser etched in these things. Super easy to figure it out, number to number. Once you get all of your pieces figured out and laid out how they go in line, you are going to laminate all these pieces. On this part, Gonna recommend epoxy and do a backer piece on either side, you know, with some thin, this is probably 3/16 ply right here. You could use 1/8 inch. I wouldn't go as small as 16th, but like, you know, 1/8 inch or another 3/8 plywood will work great to bond those two pieces together. And I'll show you. Once you get them snapped together like this, here, you can do it in the air and not on the board, of course. Once you get the pieces mounted together like this and you get your epoxy applied to them, you'll have it clamped down, you know, so you can make a nice flat joint right here. And you can do it now, or you can do it after this epoxy dries. I would just do it now to save an extra step. Apply your epoxy to this joint. Once you get the epoxy put on, you'll have your piece cut out, your little backer piece. Go ahead and set it on there, clamp it to the joint. Once it dries, you have a nice, strong, flat, straight joint. Okay, let's get these guys organized, get the numbers in line, and we'll go from there. Set these out of the way for a minute. Right. 15. Oh, another important thing to think about when you're building these strong backs. You want to build it length appropriate, obviously. This one I went ahead and built 14 feet long. That way it should accommodate any length paddle boards I want to build. I mean, if you're not going to build anything that long and you don't have the space, you don't need to build anything that long. Like I said, build accordingly to the watercraft that you're going to build on the strong back. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this straight in my head. All these pieces, like I said, have the numbers laser etched to them, so I'm just trying to differentiate the numbers on the piece, you know, that mate together versus the ribs, the rib sections, because each rib section has its own spot and it's numbered as well. Looking good. Looking good. The way the numbers are facing is definitely a big key on which piece goes to which. If your 6 is upside down compared to your 7, it's probably going to go on the mirror side. So what we've got here is failure to communicate. Just kidding, that was horrible. Sorry. All right, what we've got is the spine. This section right here in the center. This will build, like I said, the profile, top and bottom of your paddle board. The two sides right here, those are going to go on once all the ribs have been set in the spine. These two, I guess these could almost be like chine boards in a boat. They're going to build, you know, that edge. This one, I'm not sure if the edges are going to be squared off or if they're going to be rounded. I think just the design of the boat's going to have to determine that. But yeah, anyway, these two guys are going to wrap around the outside of all those ribs once we get everything in line. So I think what we're going to go ahead and do is stop the video right here for this portion of it. The next portion where I'm doing the glue up and the laminations, I'm probably just going to have sped up really fast so you guys don't have to sit here for 2 hours, you know, while I'm mixing epoxy and gluing all this crap together. So yeah, once I get the sped up version of that going, next we'll be putting all the ribs in together. So I'll pop back in for another video. We'll do, you know, like this to where I can explain everything, and then we'll probably do some more, you know, sped up videos. If you guys have any suggestions or want me to explain anything better, want me to show anything more in detail, bring the camera down here, whatever, let me know in the comments. Please click subscribe if you will. Keep following the videos. There's more to come. We're going to do some awesome stuff building handmade watercraft. Thanks, guys.